It is another holiday edition of the AM show, and we say we're grateful that you have joined us this morning. And I have to thank Alice Couture, who is based in Tema, Community 1, for my beautiful attire for today. Well designed, nicely intertwined with some local wax prints. Speaks volumes about what we need to do to patronize what we have in our country. And some good designs always coming from her. Each day I wear them. And today we want you to get interactive for the next 3 hours, and always our social media platforms come in handy. We have Facebook, JoyNews on TV. We have a Twitter handle at JoyNews on TV, and you can always watch us live if you don't have the opportunity for a regular television on YouTube through the channel Major Online TV. And for all of you who started the great celebrations from Friday, heralding it with that great Salah, Eid al-Adha, that was marked by Muslim brothers and sisters, we say kudos to you. And especially, we have to start mentioning some of our best friends on the show, and a member of parliament who is always usually one of our best on the show is Adam Mutawakilu, who is a member of parliament for Damango. And we also have many of our regulars also on the show who would always make our day each time. And we also have Muhammad Abdulaziz, who is also a member of parliament, helping us do many other things. And of course, Al Hassan Suhaini, member of parliament for Tamale. No, but look, if you are any of them, please know that we tend to love you. Yesterday I was going through my areas, just having gone through Tema, through church, and gone through Ashaman while I was going home, and I saw beautiful scenery of my own friends who were well clad going to pray for the morning. And I hope that all of us who take great cues from what we celebrated yesterday, Eid al-Adha, and make good the promise to be good to humanity, because humanity would always mean that we have a certain evolution that will keep our civilization going forward. But please, today we're here to discuss some interesting matters. We'll look at a few of the newspapers we have in the studio. Not many of them, about just 3. I know that I saw the Ghanaian Times, the Daily Graphic, and the Daily Guide as it is. And what has been getting the prominence on social media is the president making that acknowledgement when he went to the University of Energy and Natural Resources in the Bunu region, and announced that the University Council had proposed to rename the university after Dr. Buzia. And we all know that generated a lot of trolling, but also controversy on social media. We'll try and touch base with some of the think tanks we have in our country to get a word from them when we're reviewing the newspapers. But also, we have a going hashtag, porous borders. Indeed, we have many hashtags, but this one is also a focus on how we can improve the state of our borders. For some days now, JoyNews has been focusing on how to fortify our borders. Our reporters have told all of us incredible stories of how crime is on the upsurge in some of these border towns, because our immigration officers and officers lack the needed capacity to stop criminals from entering the country. So today, we'll put these issues before the Deputy Controller of the Ghana Immigration Service when he joins us on the show. More so, we'll also be looking at some critical issues that tend to hinder the ability of our personnel across the country with the Ghana Immigration Service to be able to do good work, protect our borders for us. You can see from the picture, if this is our border, just compare that to what happens in the United States and Europe, etc. I have my great friend in the UK, Benjamin Tufomenu, who is always complaining about how we need to do well, build our capacity, and I hope that we'll get all things right, hopefully. And every week, we bring you a premiere of our latest Hotline documentary. And for this week, it is titled Mind to Mind. It is a documentary produced by Nancy Amafa Jiradosi. And she's featuring Rebecca, a mentally unstable woman who got pregnant on the street of her capital, Accra, and got abandoned by her family and friends. It left her to her fate. So we'll be Skyping into the studio. Jiradosi, who is marking the holiday at a coded location. And she produced the documentary. So, and it's all about the state of mental illness, healthcare, the quality of it, and whether as a society we have all the props or the systems to make sure we care for our own, even in hard times. Many issues for us to have a lot of food for thought on. Right here on the show, this special edition of the show, another holiday edition of the AM show right here. Of course, we'll bring you the latest sports headlines. You may have known that my team Chelsea will go walloped 4-0 by Manchester United, you know, and Pogba was on song. Yesterday was one of the highlights. I was watching it, and after the first two goals, I just got up. Look, I gave up. Chelsea, we are in for some hard times this season with a former player who was a great player, by the way, Frank Lampard. But it looks like, you know, for a big game, for a big team, an A-class team, I don't know whether, you know. So this season, we, the Chelsea fans, not only in Ghana but across the world, we've adopted the temperament, the posture of Arsenal fans. You know, we're having all the patience for Frank Lampard this season. And you may also know that Kojo Yankson has been bringing to us the sight and sound of that great Ghana Grand Tour that is being undertaken by the British High Commissioner Ian Walker. And Kojo Yankson is right there.
From the northern part of this country all the way down to Accra. Now, day one started off rather dramatically as the team came to a surprise halt in the village of Navaruwie because the road, the only road that runs from the Upper East to the Upper West region, was flooded.
Just think about it. Flood also inhibiting just the riding or movement of bicycles in our country. What can we think about? Well, I've been teasing Kojo Yankson that I've never seen him ride many of the times the bicycle as he promised as part of the whole convoy, you know, doing all that, the Ghana Grand Tour. But look, the Ghana Grand Tour is one of the best means that has been put together by Ian Walker, the British High Commissioner, to make sure that we raise funds for the Benz unit. The Kolebu Teaching Hospital is where that Benz unit is, and we'll tell you about all the platforms that you need to know for you to contribute. And Kojo Yankson is going to recap for us day 2 and day 3. I'm going to bring us what we need to look forward to for day 4 of the Ghana Grand Tour. But please, we'll tell you some great highlights from the world of entertainment, and we'll tell you about the Tehila Ohima Mercy's annual event. There was Diana Hamilton, and then we also had filling those great halls of the Calvary Temple of the ICG, Sakumono Junction. We also had some of the best singers of our gospel scene. We also had Joe Metal also there as well. And if you got there, the sounds were just reverberating just around the Sakumono Junction. And if you have any, used to be my former area where I used to live, so you could feel the sound. When you get close to the venue, you could feel the sound. Yeah, and I was feeling it when I went there. It was great scenes, just worshiping God. Just worshiping God. And look, AM Showbiz is always brought to you by Awake Purified Water. And the good thing about Awake Purified Water is that, please, each time you purchase, a fraction of the money that you use in purchasing is used for charity. I mean, we give to the poor. So we're donating to a facility at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital as well. So it helps in trying to make sure that we all contribute to our society. But let's bring to you the latest news headlines we have in the studio. We say thank you for joining us for the AM Show. It is the holiday edition of the show, and we're grateful that you've joined us.